Hello and welcome to this video review of a HAPPOYEER USB-C microphones which fit in to the DJI Action 3, and I actually think that this is one of the best accessories you can get for the DJI Action 3 at the price. Now this is the Ulanzi J12, and you can get the Ulanzi J12 in USB-C, and that would of course fit into the DJI Action 3. However, these HAPPOYEER are £10 cheaper or 25% cheaper than the Ulanzi J12. I'm using this Ulanzi J12 to record the audio into my iPhone. You can check out the review up here. So the HAPPOYEER cost me £30, and in the package you get instructions, this very odd USB-C charging cable that has two outputs, and the device itself. Now the device itself charges over USB-C. On first impressions these seemed identical to the Ulanzi J12, but stay tuned to the end of the video where I tell you what the one key difference is compared to the Ulanzi J12. Opening them up, you have a USB-C receiver which goes into your phone or into your camera, and you have two microphones. Now the microphones and the receivers snap into place magnetically, as does the case, and the case charges the microphones, but this doesn't require any power. It takes the power from the camera or the phone, so there's no need to recharge it. So I ran outside and I tested the HAPPOYEERs by just doing a quick video of a bench in a park. Let's see how I got on. This is a bench. It sits in a park and people sit on it. Let's go around the bench and see it in more detail. Wow, that was the bench. This is a bench and people sit on the bench, and let's go round it to see more of the bench. Wow, this was the bench. This was really good looking at the bench. So I'm sitting on the bench in public and there's quite a lot of noise around, so hopefully you can't hear that, and hopefully you've got a clear sound with the HAPPOYEERs here. I've had to take off the door for my DJI Action 3. And there's a few other things that are niggly, but I'll talk about that a little bit later in this video. I'm now holding it really close to my face, and we're just talking into it, holding it. Hopefully you can't hear any sort of handling noise in this, and hopefully you're getting really clear audio. So that was the test, and listening to that, you can hear that using the microphones is slightly better. Something that's really important with the Action 3 is it's got front-facing microphones, and if you set the direction to front-facing, it actually does a really good job of picking up your voice. So one of the things that's really quite good about the DJI Action 3 is that it has directional audio. So I've set the directional audio to front, and so it should just be picking up stuff from the front. There's a plane going overhead. There's obviously quite a bit of background noise, but actually the audio from the DJI Action 3 just with the front microphone or using directional is really quite good, and it really impressed me. I only really came across this in doing this test. A couple of problems with the HAPPOYEERs. Let's talk about that. So we've got two problems with the HAPPOYEER. One is the door gets in the way. You can't put the receiver on when the door's on. So you've got to remove the door. Now the moment you remove the door, your camera isn't going to be as rugged, and it's certainly not going to be waterproof. And the other issue is the case prevents you using it. So you've got to take it out of the case. Now that to me is not a deal breaker at all. So if I take it out of the case, it fits in like so. Another problem we have, it doesn't matter which way in it goes, but it does obscure the power button. So you can still power it on and off and use that button there, but it's a little bit tricky. So if I enable Pro mode and I go to microphone, I can set the mic gain, which is really useful. And I found the sweet spot for the HAPPOYEER was +8 dB. So overall, the HAPPOYEERs are very good, and costing £30, it almost feels like it's a no-brainer for getting accessories for the DJI Action 3. At £30, these are really good. And what's even better, which I wasn't able to show, is you've got two of these microphones. So you can have one on yourself and you can give one to someone else. And that's going to radically transform any interview footage that you're going to get, because you're going to get really clear audio for both people. Where they differ from the Ulanzi J12, and it's not a physical difference, it's a software difference. So with the Ulanzi J12, after you turn the microphone on, if you press it again, you go into noise reduction mode, and there's 3 noise reduction modes in total. This isn't present on the HAPPOYEER. With the HAPPOYEER, it's ever so slightly different. I think it's always in noise reduction mode. So you can't turn noise reduction mode on or off, and you certainly can't go through progressive stages of noise reduction mode with the HAPPOYEER. But other than that, it's pretty much identical to the Ulanzi J12. So as I have the Ulanzi J12 and I've used the noise reduction mode and toggled it on and off and gone through the various strengths of noise reduction mode, I personally think that that is £10 well spent. So personally, if I had my time again, I would get the Usbc version of the Ulanzi J12, simply because you've got better noise reduction. Anyway, let me know what you think. Thank you. Goodbye.